seen a few people on YouTube do this tag. I'm pretty sure that most of them were older videos, and I know that a lot of the people that did it were about to get ready to have weight loss surgery. Just to clarify, I am not about to have weight loss surgery. I am losing weight naturally, but I still wanted to do this tag video because I felt like it's important, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. So this is the things I won't miss about being fat tag. And I would like to tag anybody who is fat like me, overweight, curvy, plus size, thick, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't think that fat is a bad word unless you use it in a bad way. So I wrote down 8 reasons. So if I look this way, it's because I actually made a list so then I didn't forget all of the things that I wanted to mention that I won't miss. These are just the main reasons that I could think of. I'm sure there's plenty more, but number 1 is my fat jiggly arms that look like butt cheeks. And if you've never seen my arms, I'm going to try to show you here. When you go like this, my arm looks like a butt cheek, if you see that. And it's really embarrassing to me. I also won't miss this. My arms have gotten a little bit tighter since I started lifting weights and doing strength training, but this butt cheek effect right here is not pleasant. It's not sexy. It's not cute in my opinion, and it just drives me insane, and this just drives me nuts. So I definitely won't miss that. Both my arms have that little butt cheek effect going on, and yeah, I won't miss that whatsoever. Number 2 is not being able to fit into a restaurant booth. A majority of times, it was really embarrassing every time I would have to go to a restaurant where we sat down and ate and we would sit at a booth, just because, you know, my stomach would stick out so far that, you know, I would literally have to lift up my stomach and put part of my stomach on the table. Do you know how embarrassing that is? If you've never had to do that, I'm sure you don't know how embarrassing that is, but you feel super embarrassed. I know I did. I felt ashamed, disappointed in myself, because how could I let myself get to that point where I can't even sit down and have a meal, you know, at a restaurant without having to put my fat onto a table? Because that's basically what it is. Because one of my biggest problem areas is my stomach as far as belly fat. And so, yeah, that's just super embarrassing. Number 3 is having a hard time walking to the store or to the gym or really anywhere. You know, just walking down the street, getting out of breath super easily. That has actually been pretty much rectified already. Just since I've lost or started losing weight, you know, I'm down about 21 pounds now, approximately, since November, and it is January. So that's pretty awesome in my opinion. You know, I can walk to the store and to the gym with no problem. I still do get winded sometimes, but I also have asthma, so, you know, it's definitely not as bad as it used to be though. Number 4, being embarrassed to go clothes shopping anywhere but online. I used to love going shopping, especially with my mom, because for my birthday every year, she would basically take me on a shopping spree. We would go birthday shopping, and just, it would be a whole day on a weekend where it was just her and I, and we would go shopping. And I used to love that so much until I started getting fatter and fatter, where, you know, I couldn't really fit the sizes, you know, that I was before, and it got embarrassing because I would have to go and look, you know, sometimes in the men's section to find clothing that fit me like I wanted it to, and I hate that, you know. So especially when I got even larger, I started doing all my clothes shopping online, and then if it didn't fit right, you know, I would basically just guess what size I should get, and if it didn't fit right, I would either just give it away or sell it because I didn't feel like it was worth it to send it back. So yeah. Number 5, having people stare at me in disgust. I hate going out in public where, you know, all these people are just staring at me and it's like, oh, here comes the fat circus freak. Like, I'm not even that big, at least in my opinion. I don't feel like I am that big to where people would stare. I mean, I am big for my height. I'm 5'3" and I weigh around, well, when I weighed myself this morning, I weighed 288 pounds. So, you know, I don't think that I'm super obese, but I know that I'm obese, you know, I mean, obviously. But I don't know. I just hate having people stare at me in general, and then to just sit there and, you know, get those, like, who let you in public kind of looks, you know. It's hurtful, and it hurts, like, in your heart, because you're like, what did I do to you? I just came outside in public just like you did, you know. Number 6, being told you'd look really sexy if you just lost some weight. I hate that. Or, you know, those people who say, oh, you have a really pretty face. Gee, thanks, because I know what that means. You know, those are the people who want to compliment you, but they aren't really sure what else to say because they don't feel that they can compliment your body, obviously. Oh, you have a really pretty face, or, oh, you'd be so pretty if you just lost some weight. Like, thank you. You know, I mean, I thought I was pretty regardless, but thank you for just, you know, knocking my self-confidence down a few notches. Also, just FYI, telling people that they need to lose weight if they're not ready to make that change for themselves does nothing. So if you're one of those people that is constantly telling somebody that they need to lose weight and they themselves aren't ready in here or in here to make that change, nothing that you say or do is going to help them until they are to that point where it clicks for them. That's the most important thing. Number 7, being too ashamed to wear a swimsuit or go to the beach. I love swimming. I have always loved swimming ever since I was a little kid. I was on the swim team. You know, I did swimming lessons. I helped teach swimming lessons when my godmother was doing swimming lessons in the town that I grew up in. And I've just always loved swimming. My grandma used to always say that I'm like a little fish, because in the summertime at my grandma and grandpa's lake house, we, you know, me and my cousins used to always go out and swim. Like, we could swim for hours and hours and hours and still want to swim. You know, we would go inside, eat food, wait a little while, and then go back and swim again. I just miss being able to do that. You know, I'm ashamed of my body. I'm not confident with my fat belly, you know, enough to the point where I feel like I would be comfortable putting on a swimsuit. Definitely not a bikini, but even if I could muster up the confidence to wear a one piece, that would be awesome. I can't wait till I get to that point. Number 8, and the last one, is all the physical pain of being fat and out of shape. I could also add to that all of the emotional pain, because there is a lot of emotional pain that goes along with it, and I feel like there's a lot of emotional pain, which is the reason why I have ended up like this, because instead of actually dealing with my emotions, I've kind of stuffed those to the back and blanketed them with food, and that's kind of how my food addiction started. Yeah. I had a very unhealthy relationship with food up until very recently. So, those are my reasons. Like I said, if you would like to do the tag, you can make as many reasons or as many things that you won't miss about being fat if you're trying to lose weight, or that you wouldn't miss if you were trying to lose weight. Who knows, maybe this will be the kickstart into making your own healthy lifestyle change. Don't do it if you don't want to, but if you do make a video about this, I would love to watch it, and I will definitely go and watch your video. Just send me the link, and like I said, I'd be glad to watch it. So if you don't want to make a video, feel free to list your reasons if you'd like to as well. But with that being said, that's all I have for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.